with the moniker of Zeke back in 1970 by Doc, or I always called him Looney. Even to the day, I always call him up on his birthday, April 2nd. I go, "Happy birthday, Looney, you prick." He would laugh and everything, but Don stole almost all my material, but I'll just add a few nuggets. He was the most brilliant professor, orator. I mean, he could hold a crowd. I once went to law school thanks to Doc, because Doc, I was a senior at UCLA, and he comes up and says, what are you doing next year? I go, no, I don't know. And so he said, well, you going to take the GREs? I said, well, yeah, I might do that. But, well, why don't you take the LSATs? So I said, yeah, I'll do that. So if I hadn't been prodded, I probably would have wasted a year of my life for not doing that. And fortunately, I was able to get into Santa Clara Law School, thanks to a lot of help from Doc. Anyway, I remember once he came up to, he was a very, very, I don't know if people know, he was at Claremont, part of the Pomona system, for probably 6-7 years. He was once in a lecture for graduates of the Pomona system, the Claremont College system. And there must have been 10,000 people there. And the place was just packed at the Trans-American Building up in San Francisco. And he goes up and lectures, and it was just horrible for the first 5 minutes. And it just, once he hit the thing, everybody was on the edge of the seat. Everybody's clapping. You know, this is, you know, little right-wing stuff, because it was, you know, 71, 72, in that era when, you know, all the Nixon stuff was going on. But he was riveting. I mean, I've never, people were just applauding, and I've been, you know, probably 10 or 15 of his lectures were people just on the edge of the seat. I got so many stories. I was talking to George Bergson, and I started talking stories, and I just one after another, because, you know, we were just great friends for so long. I've been in the Bay Area for quite a while, but I stay in constant touch with my brother and his family and Doc, and I'm trying to think of some good little nugget stories. He's told a story about getting, 3 of us got thrown in a cell by ourselves in Ensenada. But he could really write. He wrote, I don't know if people know or ever even read his foreign policy book. His foreign policy book was used in over 200 universities in the United States. It was a foreign policy book that he wrote. I don't know when he was getting his PhD. He was one of the youngest PhD graduates at UCLA. When he was working on that, he wrote his dissertation, which I'm probably one of 10 people who have read it. It's almost 100 pages long, and is on the draft. And he was influential in changing the draft where, you know, rich people could get out of it. And he set up the lottery. Most people, you know, because they ended all the draft stuff back in the early 70s. But he went back and worked for LBJ and recommended setting up the lottery. So he was a wonderkind. I mean, he really started out at a young age and attracted a lot of attention in the, you know, political science government community. So I was told to keep it, you know, brief, and I think I'll stop there. And if anyone wants some stories later on, come up and I can regale you with some stuff. So, talk to you later.